As Chili Fest kicks off its two-day music festival, one of its founders dies at the age of 45. Dozens of people killed and wounded in the 2009 Fort Hood shooting received their Purple Hearts. These stories and more right now on News 3 at noon.
Now, live on KBTX, the Brazos Valley's news leader. This is News 3 at noon.
Dozens of survivors and relatives of soldiers who died in the 2009 Fort Hood shooting are finally getting the Purple Hearts they argued were long overdue. The ceremony took place today at the sprawling Texas military post, where an Army psychiatrist opened fire on dozens of unarmed soldiers and killed 13 people. Gunman Adal Hassan was convicted in 2013 and sentenced to death. Military officials had denied Purple Hearts to victims because they classified the attack as workplace violence and not an act of terrorism. But Congress approved new eligibility criteria for the medals last year and forced the Defense Department to reconsider. Many of the Purple Heart recipients have sued the federal government over the attack and are seeking damages. And we'll have much more news in just a moment, but first, here's Natalie with a look at weather. Emergency crews are searching homes in northern Illinois for people who still might be trapped in rubble left by a line of powerful tornadoes. Adriana Diaz is in Fairdale, Illinois, where one person was killed and 11 others injured.
Residents are getting their first daylight look at the damage from two large tornadoes in northern Illinois. Sirens warned people to take cover around 6 last night, about an hour before the storm arrived in the town of Rochelle, about 80 miles west.
Officials are using a local high school as a shelter. Well, the company that wants to build a high-speed bullet train through Texas and our area wants to hear from you. Texas Central Partners wants to get a bullet train running by 2021 that would take people to and from Houston and Dallas in just 90 minutes. Now, this is a map of where the proposed tracks could go. The yellow line is the top option of theirs, and it cuts right through the center of Leon, Madison, and Grimes counties, among others. You can see it right there. The proposed train has been given the green light by Houston and Dallas, but has been met with a lot of opposition from those rural communities. Open houses for TCP will give residents a chance to sound off and ask questions. There will be 4 in our area. The first starts today in Madisonville at the Kimbrough Center in downtown at 6:30 this evening. To see if there's an open house in your area, head over to our KBTX.com and the KBTX mobile app. College Station leaders are in support of voting centers in Brazos County. The council heard from County Clerk Karen McQueen, who said nearly 20 other Texas counties are currently doing something similar. Voting centers mean you'd be able to vote at any location on Election Day, not just your assigned precinct. Now, if this is approved, there would be vote centers in both Bryan and College Station, most likely by this year's November elections. McQueen says the new plan would also decrease the county's election costs. And it's time for Pump Patrol. As we check out gas prices in town, there's good news if you have weekend plans. We end the work week still under $2. H-E-B on Villa Maria, Murphy USA on Briarcrest, and Sam's Club on Earl Rudder are all ringing in at under $1.99 a gallon. To find all the lowest gas prices in the Bryan College Station area, go to our web channel, KBTX.com, click on the Features tab, and look for Pump Patrol. Former North Charleston police officer Michael Slager remains in jail, waiting for a bond hearing that could be weeks away. He's charged with murdering 50-year-old Walter Scott after a traffic stop. Omar Villafranca has newly released video showing the stop and Scott running away.
Dashcam video from now former officer Michael Slager's patrol car shows Walter Scott running away during a routine traffic stop.
There was a passenger in the car with Scott when he was stopped. His identity remains unknown. Well, cool and cloudy today with a rainy weekend ahead. Will it all wash out your outdoor plans? The answer when News 3 at noon continues.